Good evening. My name is Ron Novak, and I'm the Executive Director of the Office of Veteran Military Affairs here at Syracuse University. Welcome to the Fall 2020 Veteran Military Connected Student Orientation. Just a couple administrative notes before we get started. Number one, this session is being recorded for the purposes of being able to share it on our social media sites and also on our website to other military-connected students and veterans who might not be able to attend this evening. They'll have the opportunity to be able to view it at their convenience later. And then lastly, the slide deck that we're going to share this evening, we will actually share with all the students that signed up for this, as well as those that are attending the university here. So Lauren, just if you could hit the next slide. Again, my name is Ron Novak, and I just want to welcome you to Syracuse University. First and foremost, I want to thank you for your service to our nation. If it wasn't for your service to our nation, we wouldn't be here today being able to do this orientation. So thank you very much. Also like to say thank you for choosing Syracuse University as your school to pursue your higher education goals. And then lastly, I also like to thank you for attending this session this evening. Lauren, if you can hit the next slide. This is our agenda. It looks a little busy, but it really isn't. We have an hour to be able to get through this, and I know we will. And at the very end, we have a number of resources, names, and phone numbers that we'll be able to share with all of you that's in this slide deck. But you're going to hear from our Vice Chancellor, Mike Haney, give you a high overview of what our office does, and then you could see the host of attendees here this evening, the resources that are going to actually be able to speak with you and provide you an update. I'm going to turn it over to our Vice Chancellor, Vice Chancellor Mike Haney, Air Force veteran, and also the president, or excuse me, the Executive Director and founder of the Institute for Veterans and Military Families. Mike, over to you.
Thanks, Ron. And I'll echo what Ron said. Thanks so much for everybody, joining the SU family, and thanks for joining us tonight. Ron was right when he said that's a full agenda. When I see it all together like that, that's a lot of content. But a lot of people joined tonight to share with you resources and services that I think are going to be pretty important to you as you start this journey. As Ron said, I'm a former Air Force officer. I got out in 2006 and came to Syracuse as a professor, and have been doing this vice chancellor thing for about the past 5 years. When I got to Syracuse, I didn't know much about the history of this university as it relates to veterans. It's actually pretty extraordinary, going back all the way to World War I, but really World War II, and after World War II, when veterans really transformed Syracuse University. We were a regional liberal arts college up until World War II that never had an enrollment more than about 4,000 students. And all of that changed after World War II, when our World War II chancellor, a guy named William Tully, invited any returning World War II veteran that wanted a college degree, even if you hadn't completed high school, to come to Syracuse University. And we went from, in 1944, a school of about 4,100 students, to within 2 years, a school of over 17,000 students. And that entire delta were returning World War II veterans, and really transformed Syracuse University into the global research institution that it is today. So a lot of what we're doing today is really about honoring that legacy. Our current chancellor, my boss, Ken Severud, when he arrived now 7 years ago, made a commitment that Syracuse University would honor that legacy, and the challenge he gave myself and Ron was to become the best private major university in the country, supporting veterans, military-connected students. And today military-connected students represent about 6% of the entire enrolled student population at Syracuse University. To give that some context, when Chancellor Severud arrived, and certainly when I arrived in 2006, 2007, you couldn't made less than 0.5% of the enrolled population were military-connected students, and we really have focused over the last 6 years of not just enrolling military-connected students, but ensuring that those students are set up for success when they enroll at Syracuse University. That's really what, and Ron will talk a little bit more about our Office of Veteran and Military Affairs and the many individuals and offices around campus that are really positioned to support your academic progress and your academic success while you're here. Normally when we do this this orientation, we obviously do it in person. This year it was going to be the first new military-connected student orientation that we did in Syracuse University's new National Veterans Resource Center. I'm sitting in that building right now in my office. We've yet to open this building to the public. We were set to open this building on April 19th or April 17th, I think it was, and COVID changed all that, and we've yet to open the building. But the point is, this building exists on this campus for all of you. It will be, sort of the center of all things administrative for you on campus. You'll hear about our Office of Veteran Success and Keith Doss and his team that will help you with financial aid and all, registration, all your other issues. But it's also a place for you to come and study, and it's also a place for you to come and hang out at the Veterans Lounge. And so I look forward to the opportunity to meet you all at some point, in this building. As we look ahead, we still have a lot of work to do. I think Ron and I both see a lot of unrecognized and under-leveraged opportunity as it relates to building out our veteran and military-connected program at Syracuse University. We're going to continue to be entrepreneurial in that regard, and in a lot of ways count on you to tell us where we could be doing better, what else we can be doing, where there are opportunities to model for other colleges and universities around the country what good looks like as it relates to serving veterans and their families. So I appreciate the opportunity to take a couple minutes, welcome you all to the Orange family. Look forward to meeting you when you get on campus, of course, in a socially distanced way. But again, congratulations on your admission, congratulations on your enrollment, and all the best to your success as a student at Syracuse University. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ron, for the opportunity.
No worries. Hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Laura, if you go to the next slide. As Vice Chancellor Haney indicated, the Office of Veteran Military Affairs was born in 2015 as a result of Chancellor Severud's vision to make Syracuse University the best place for veterans. So our office, oversees all the veteran and military connected programs and initiatives here at the university. Lauren, if you can go to the next slide. I just want to introduce the team to everybody. You could see, if you will, from a military context, kind of the headquarters, if you will. So you got Vice Chancellor Haney, you got myself, Lauren Pyland is our operations manager, and then you have Jennifer Pluto, who you'll hear from. She's our assistant director for Veteran Career Services. A dedicated person whose sole purpose is to ensure that you are job placed upon graduation from this institution. But this is our, as I said, sort of our headquarters, if you will. If you can go ahead to the next slide. One thing that Vice Chancellor Haney, talked about was, this military connected population that we have. Back in 2014, when Chancellor Severud arrived, our military connected population, which we define as our student veterans, our active duty guard and reservists that go to school here at Syracuse University, our Army and Air Force ROTC programs, as well as our military family members and dependents. That number was probably in the high 200s, low 300s back in 2014. Over the past 5 years, that number has increased the fall of 2019's census to 1,375 students. That's an amazing increase. And this team right here, our veterans admissions team with Scott Taylor, Jessica Calhoun, and Austin Bettinger, have done yeoman's work pulling all that together. And many of you probably pre-COVID have had either one, seen them in person as you were transitioning out of the military and got a chance to speak with them. If not, you probably spoke with them either on the phone or in a Zoom session or via email, but an absolutely amazing team that has gotten us to a point that Vice Chancellor Haney talked about. 6% of our enrolled student population here at Syracuse University is military connected. And they've done an incredible job doing that for us. Next slide, Lauren. Office of Veteran Success. I like to say that this is the heart and soul of what we do here. Once you arrive on campus and the Veterans Admissions team, does their work and you commit to come to Syracuse University, this is the team right here. If you have any questions about your post 9/11 GI Bill benefits, any VA education benefit, you turn to this team right here. And again, many of you have probably already spoken with either Keith Doss or Carrie McKinkle or Stephanie Cipriano. Both Carrie and Stephanie are school certifying officials, do a lot of hard work each and every semester, ensuring that your benefit is certified and goes out to the office out in Buffalo. And they're that interface between you and the VA, working on your benefit. And you can see we also have Sarah Gillette, who does our reconciliation, and Chad Juneman, who works our front desk out there, and he's the face of the OVS as you walk in the door. And then we have Kate Unted, who's our vet success on campus. We are one of 100 colleges and universities across America that actually have a VSOC counselor on their campus, and Kate is the face of the VA. So if you have any questions about the VA, Kate certainly will be able to answer those questions. So that's our team. We're very proud of our team. That team stands committed each and every day to support your academic success here at Syracuse University. But more importantly, and I'm going to turn it over to a host of resources that are here and folks that literally will drop what they're doing to assist what you're attempting to do here at Syracuse University. So with that, Lauren, if you can go to the next slide, I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer Pluta, our Veteran Career Services Assistant Director. Jen, over to you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And, first, I just want to thank everyone for attending today's presentation. It's a great opportunity for you to really get an idea of all the services and resources that are available to you at Syracuse University. So I just encourage you to, review these slides later on and take notes so that you can go back to them at a later date. Again, my name is Jennifer Pluta. I've been at the university since 2005, most predominantly within the career services space, and then in this position for the last 5 years. Lauren, next slide. So as Ron said, your dedicated resource here at Syracuse University for our veteran population. And what I can do for you is help you get to where you want to go after you graduate. And in doing so, I put together a lot of resources and events and opportunities for you to prepare you, all right? And some of those things include a resume collection, which basically is collecting resumes and bringing them to our employer partners for consideration, professional development opportunities. There's also career preparation, seminars, networking receptions where you can connect with employers. Career immersion trips, exactly the same thing, where it allows you the opportunity to go to New York City, for example, LA. We've gone to New York City, DC. We were going to go to Atlanta this year. We'll see how that goes. But these are great opportunities for you to connect with companies in those geographic areas, as well as getting familiar with that area as well. Also, in the past, we've done etiquette dinners and employer tours. I can also assist you with your resume, cover letter, job internship searches, as well as providing you with any career and academic advice that you need. You can connect with me via Handshake, which is our system here at Syracuse University. Not only do I use it in career services here at Veteran Career Services, but all the career services offices across campus. So that's your #1 tool. You can access that tool through Blackboard, so you'll see it right there, and you can just click and log in. On this tool, you can schedule appointments, drop-ins. You can also see all the events offered at your career services within your school and college, as well as services provided by me. There's a host of other services available as well, including website resources, and I'll also be adding you to our listserv, so you'll get regular email correspondence from me regarding any events and opportunities. With that being said, without not getting too long here, I just want to provide you with 3 pieces of advice. First, the biggest thing I hear from students when they graduate from Syracuse University is a regret not getting involved enough while they were here, not joining an organization, not trying new things. And I'd like to encourage you, if not challenge you, to try one thing. Maybe something that's outside the box, maybe something that makes you a little uncomfortable, a new experience, a new memory that you can have with you once you graduate here from Syracuse University. So please, try something new while you're here. The time here goes by fast, and I just don't want you to miss out on being a Syracuse University student, and certainly take advantage of all the wonderful things that Syracuse University has to offer. The second thing is I hear from students is when they come in and connect with me, or go to one of our trips, or connect with employers, or go to a networking reception, one of the comments I hear most often is, I had no idea those opportunities exist. I would never have considered a company like that. I had no idea that they had those kinds of jobs or opportunities. So I would like to challenge you again, be open-minded to opportunities that are out there. I like to encourage you to also talk to employers and engage with employers. Find out what's available to you so that you can make an informed decision once after you graduate and find an opportunity that complements your values and your career goals. And finally, the biggest regret I hear from student veterans is not, again, kind of along the 2 things I just mentioned, which is not doing enough while they're here to prepare them for once they leave, right? And what I mean by that is they kind of feel a sense of regret that maybe I should have done that internship, right? Or maybe I should attend those events because I would have been a little better off. And that doesn't have to be just events that I offer, right? It could be events through your school and college. There's a wealth of resources here. So again, I just want to encourage you to try new things, get involved, ask questions, and make the most out of what it means to be a Syracuse University student. Again, my contact information is on this slide. There'll be some follow-up information after this, and you can contact me anytime. I'm in the NVRC within the Office of Veteran Success, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you and helping you out through your journey here at Syracuse University. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jen. Keith Doss in the Office of Veteran Success. Keith, go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ron. So welcome, everyone, on behalf of everyone from the Office of Veteran Success. Welcome to Syracuse University. And again, thank you for choosing Syracuse University and also for using your GI Bill here. So speaking of the GI Bill, that's our main mission, the Office of Veteran Success. So if you're using your post 9/11 GI Bill, you're one of the Montgomery GI Bills, or even Chapter 35, we're going to be the ones that are going to process those benefits for you. We're very fortunate. We have a great and dedicated team. Our 2 school certifying officials Carrie McKinkle would be your primary. Stephanie Cipriano is also a school certifying official primarily for our graduate online programs. But either one of those folks will be more than willing to take your call, take your email, and get you through that process. So that's the main components of what we do. We also ensure that all compliance, VA compliance issues and regulations are adhered to. Yeah, so with that, the other portion of that, of those benefits that I just mentioned, the only thing that we don't typically get involved with is the Chapter 31, the Veterans Readiness and Employment, used to be known as a VOC Rehab Program. So those benefits go through you and your VA counselor, and then the Bursar's office also gets involved. It goes through a separate cycle. So, but we can certainly put you in contact. If you're not sure who to contact, certainly get in contact with us and we'll get you in the right direction. The last thing is, how to contact us. You're going to have a lot of contact information, thrown at you if you haven't had it already. But as Jennifer is in our suite, Jennifer Plutus is in our suite. We are actually located in the same area in the NVRC, and we're sandwiched between your student veteran lounge and your quiet study area in the NVRC. So it certainly looks a lot different than it did 5 months ago. So limited capacity, social distancing, disinfecting all the time. So we're, the university and our office, we're going to extreme, limitations to make sure that we're all safe. So I think that is all I have. Phone number for our main office, 315-443-0358. And our email is just simply veterans@syr.edu. Thank you all.
Hey, thanks, Keith. I appreciate it. So the next organization that's going to brief is we're very fortunate to have a veteran legal clinic here at Syracuse University, free to our student veterans and veterans here in Central New York, and it's headed by its executive director, an Army veteran, Beth Kabala. Beth, over to you. Thanks for being with us tonight. Appreciate your support.
Thanks, Ron. Welcome, everyone, and proud to have you as members of our Orange family. Our Veterans Legal Clinic is located over in Zanine Hall, which is the law school. We assist veterans with VA benefits, discharge upgrades, and a handful of other issues that they may be dealing with. More importantly, we train student attorneys to become experts in that task and to represent veterans while they're in law school and then after their career is finished as well. I'm going to hand it over to my staff attorney, Matt Bulleris, who was in many of your shoes just a short year ago. He was a student veteran at the College of Law, but you may be just embarking on your undergraduate journey, but I will share with you, you might consider thinking about law school. Syracuse Law has a great program, both residential and fully online. We're the nation's first fully interactive accredited online law school, and we do it really well. And that's a great option for you, for your spouses, to get your law degree without having to be physically located on the campus. It offers a lot of flexibility, and we honor your service and appreciate student veterans and what they bring to the student body very much. So I will hand it over to Matt Bulleris at this time. I'm not sure I see Matt is on, but if he's not available, then I'll just emphasize the points that I shared with you. If you are recently in transition and less than 365 days since you came off of active duty and you haven't yet filed for your VA claim, please do so, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have about that process. If you're interested in law school and would like to hear a little bit more about that, we are going to be hosting the November luncheon series of the Veterans Affinity Group, and I'd ask you to watch out for that invitation, and we'll share a little bit more details about what it takes to join the College of Law, and more details about that JD Interactive, our JDI program. Our current JDI program, you'd probably be very interested to know, is comprised of approximately 20% military-connected students. We have students from Ramstein, Germany, students from Japan, we have military spouses, and we have retirees. We have students who are currently on active duty too. So you would be among friends if you joined the family here at the College of Law, and please consider it as one of your options as you continue to pursue your individual goals in higher education. Like I said, we're in Deneen Hall. We have a nice suite there. We have a team of 3, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have along your student journey. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Beth. Our next presenter is from the Center for Fellowship and Scholarship Advising. Really important resource here on campus. Jolynn Parker and I work very closely each and every year as Syracuse University is a university partner with the Pat Tillman Foundation. So Jolynn, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Over to you.
Thanks, Ron, and thanks, everyone. I just want to welcome you all to Syracuse and to tell you about the Center for Fellowship and Scholarship Advising, or CFSA, which I realize is kind of a tough name. We're located on the 3rd floor of Bown Hall in the Honors Suite, but we work with students from all across campus, not just honors students. We work with graduate students and we work with alums. So even if you want to apply for an award after you graduate, we will work with you then. So please find us over in Bown Hall. Our mission is to help outstanding students learn about, prepare for, and apply for national scholarships. And national scholarships are awards that are external to SU, so the applicant pool is national rather than internal to the university. And these tend to fund things like tuition, both undergraduate and graduate. They can fund research opportunities abroad. They can fund foreign language learning opportunities. They can fund professional placement. There's a really wide array of kinds of awards. And we want you to know what those options are. You've probably heard of some national scholarships, things like Fulbright, the Fulbright Scholarship, the Rhodes Scholarship, and Ron just mentioned the Tillman Scholarship, specifically for veterans and military spouses. And as Ron said, we are a university partner for the Tillman Scholars Program. So that's one we work on and recruit for and promote a lot every year. There's also awards you may not have heard of: the Critical Language Scholarship, the Boren Scholarship, Gilman Scholarship, and they can fund a lot of different things. So depending on your interests, we usually have sort of something for everyone. So we hope you'll look into that. Our goal is to help you pursue your interests while you're at Syracuse University and realize your academic potential in ways that are going to make you competitive for these kinds of awards. And we're here to assist you at all stages with that, from planning to writing an application to submitting to preparing for interviews. We've found that veterans are particularly strong candidates for national awards. You come to campus already with experience, with a lot of maturity, with a demonstrated record of public service, and these are all qualities that national scholarships value. Our candidates almost always report that the process of applying for a national award, even beyond whatever it is the award provides, is really valuable for them. You'll find that it'll help you clarify your goals. It'll certainly develop writing skills and interview skills. And I've had the good fortune to work with a number of student veterans over the years, and I see that you're going to be hearing from one of them later in in this session, and her picture is here on this page. And that's Laura Buys, who's our 2020 Tillman Scholar. She's going to be talking to you about her role as a disability services liaison, but maybe she'll put in a plug for the Tillman Scholar program as well. My team at SIFSA is me and my assistant director, Melissa Welshans, and Adam Crowley, who's an advisor. And we hope you'll reach out to us and we can talk to you about your interests and scholarships and awards that might be fits for you. You can reach out by email, or you can go to our website, which is nationalscholarships.syr.edu, and there's a register with SIFSA form. And if you fill that out, we'll reply to you, and we're happy to make an appointment and talk to you about where you're headed. So I look forward to meeting with you, and I hope you'll reach out and find out how SIFSA can help you. Thanks.
Hey, Jolynn, thank you so much. I know that Laura is very well trained, and she will definitely put in a plug for the Tillman Scholar Program when it's her time. So, hey, our next presenter is from the Institute for Veterans and Military Families, an absolutely amazing organization housed right here at Syracuse University, founded by the Vice Chancellor. National Facing Institute that empowers the post-service lives of transitioning service members and their families. And this evening, we're very fortunate to have Linda Nellis from Enrollment Services to be able to just give you a high-level overview about the Institute and what it does and how it can support you as you transition here into higher education. Linda, thank you so much, and I'm going to kick it over to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining, and welcome to Syracuse University, and thank you for your service. And I just wanted to share with you how we serve those who have served. I am Linda Nellis. I'm with Enrollment Services through the IVMF. Next slide, please, Lauren. The audience we serve includes active duty service members who are about 6 months from planning to separate or retire, National Guards and reservists who are serving part-time, veterans who have already separated with an honorable discharge status, and spouses of any of the above who are not themselves in any of the above mentioned categories. It is to this audience that we provide the programs and services that you see listed on this slide. We provide resources for career transition and lifelong employability, support for their business, and attention to all other factors of their life needs. In addition, we do provide ways for them to share their stories so we can provide the right program at the right time. Next slide, please, Lauren. How do we do this? Onward to Opportunity provides training and industry certification to complement military and life experience. The program also provides for guidance for transitioning from military to civilian space in the form of resume updates, interview skills, and connections to over 900 employers who welcome employees with military backgrounds. The Arsenal portfolio, our entrepreneurship programs and services, will support the journey of an entrepreneur regardless of where the business falls in the spectrum of ideation to growth to pivoting a business, which you can see happening in the current pandemic. The America Serves portfolio connects our audience to thoroughly vetted resources, which help meet housing, financial, family service needs, and much more. Being at Syracuse University, which is a research university, we also have a rich research and evaluation team. This team helps tell the story based on data collected through approved research to inform program decisions as well as national policy. All this is brought at no monetary cost to those who have served. We're able to do this because of our funders and industry partners. Next slide, please, Lauren. Where are we? Our audience is global, and several of our programs are offered either partially or entirely online. For the Onward to Opportunity program, we're located at 18 military installations and satellite locations. There are also 8 locations that support the EBV Entrepreneurship Bootcamp for Veteran programs. And the VWISE conference travels across the country. Next slide, please. Thank you again so much for joining. And the IVMF enrollment service team is here to answer any questions you have about programs or your specific goals and needs. And please contact us when we're relevant to your needs. Thanks again and have a great afternoon.
Hey, thank you so much, Linda and team. Early on I talked about, there's a host of resources across campus that are here to support your academic success, and I emphasize academic success. Our next presenter is Abby Kasowitz-Shear, and Abby is your dedicated liaison librarian. And I know a number of you are probably thinking, gosh, Ron, why do we have a librarian here? Trust me, after next week, when, as we would say, the honeymoon is over and all the orientations are done, you're going to get down to some academic rigor. And Abby is here to enable your success in the library. She's your contact. So Abby, over to you. Thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here, and thank you for your service. We welcome you. I welcome you on behalf of the SU Libraries. Welcome you to campus, or welcome you to Syracuse University. I just want to give a few brief highlights of some things that we have available at the libraries. First of all, we do have 3 main buildings on campus. We have Byrd Library right on Waverly Avenue. We have the Carnegie Library on the Quad, and we have the King & King Architecture Library. With that said, in addition to our buildings, we have many, many online resources and services available to you. One thing I want to highlight is a special research guide for veteran and military affiliated students. We have many resources. We have on that guide, we have information on the research process in general, resources to help you with citation, and lots of different information that we've put together specifically for our student veterans, and you can find that on our website. Also on our website, we have a wealth of research tools, many, many databases, research guides on all different subjects. We also have up-to-date information on services that are available for the fall semester. We're going through a lot of changes right now, adapting our services, to be, to maintain social distancing and sanitizing. And so our buildings will be open starting this weekend, August 22nd. You will be able to come in, check out books. You can use some equipment like laptops in our building. We have printers available. You can come in and print. And most importantly, we have people like me available to assist you with your questions. So I'll get to that more in a second. But we also have a series of workshops available this fall online, and you can sign up. There's information on our website about this. We have workshops on the general research process, on our research tools available to you. There are also some workshops specific to certain disciplines like education and journalism, for example. There's also a workshop that I'll be giving on how to determine which resources are scholarly. As you're going through taking your classes, you may get research assignments that require that you use scholarly articles, and we are ready to help you find the appropriate sources for that. So as far as our help services, we have a 24/7 chat service. You can reach us through chat on our website and also by texting just on your phone. Like I said, we are available 24 hours a day. When our local librarians are not available, we have librarians from other institutions who partner with us to help us out. You can email us, you can call us, and like I said, you can come in person and we will have library staff at our service desks ready to help you during our open hours. We also have, in addition to staff who can help you with general questions, we have subject librarians. So no matter what your major is, what your area of study is, we have a librarian who is dedicated to collecting resources in that area and helping with in-depth reference questions. So again, that is all on our website. You can feel free to contact me directly anytime. I am more than happy to help. And if it's a question I can't answer myself, I will point you to the correct person. So feel free to contact me anytime. And thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you so much, Abby. We really appreciate you being here this evening. Our next presenter is Charlie Pogue. Charlie is the president of our student veteran organization, and the vice president is Amanda Sullivan. We are very blessed to have a very vibrant student veteran organization here at Syracuse University. So, Charlie, I'm going to kick it over to you, and thanks for being with us this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Ron. Thanks for having us here. I don't want to take up too much of your time. This orientation really is about more of what the university has given to you as student veterans. I'll say, having been here for a while, I'm just entering my senior year here. I'm at Newhouse studying public relations, and it's a phenomenal school. You made a great choice. I'm not saying that from a biased opinion. I'm saying that currently as a student here. I love this university, and it's a great choice. I hope they did show you photos of the snow in the winter during the admissions process, because that gets a little tricky, but other than that, it's a great choice. The SVO is the Student Veterans Organization, serves as the official student organization within the student activities for Syracuse University. We're not officially part of the OVMA, IVMF, and that staff, but they provide a ton of support, and obviously our lounge is inside of the new Veterans Resource Center and everything else. So it's a great relationship, and we benefit greatly from it. We're one of the few we're the official chapter for the Student Veterans of America, which is a nationwide chapter for student veterans, which you're already a member of inadvertently. And through that, we're the only SVA chapter that brings 20 plus people to our national conference every year. And that's only because of the generosity of OVMA, IVMF, and the people that support those organizations. We normally have social meetings, and we're trying to pace that right now through COVID. Normally, I love being able to invite everybody down to Fagan's after the orientation for an icebreaker. It's a pub that's right across the street from the Veterans Resource Center, but obviously we can't do that this year. After a conversation with Vice Chancellor Haney and Ron Novak yesterday, we think we do have some ways to move forward to bring everybody physically together inside of the banquet hall at the NVRC, and we're going to look to see what we can do there. Because it is important that you get to be a part of something. Jennifer Pluta mentioned this earlier, and I want to kind of reinforce it. It doesn't matter if it's the SVO. I know sometimes you get out of the military and you have no desire to be involved with veterans or military or anything that nature. You just want to get back into being kind of a civilian now. But regardless if it's the SVO or something else, get involved in a community. Find a group of people with a similar interest, a similar passion, and put yourself into it. Because especially for the underclassmen, as you're coming through these years, you're going to need those connections and that network of people just for your own sanity. Beyond that, a lot of our objectives that we do are centered around either just social and camaraderie for student veterans. We also try to engage in community relations a lot of times with volunteer opportunities. out in the local community, especially with the local veterans resources we have in Onondaga County in central New York, which is a very pro-veteran community. You'll definitely get you'll see a lot of resources that are here available for you as you're physically here. And then finally, also fundraising events, all of which are going to be a little bit more challenging over the next few months because of COVID, but we're trying to find some creative ways to adapt and roll with the punches, so to speak. I don't want to take up much more of your time, so I'll just say once again, great choice in coming here. I look forward to seeing you. If you see me around campus, the NVRC, please stop me and say hi. I love meeting everybody as they come in. And if you're new house, feel free to stop me if you can catch me running through the halls there. But other than that, Ron, thank you very much for giving us a few moments.
No, hey, thanks a lot, Charlie. I really appreciate it. Our next presenter this evening is going to be Dan Rubio. Dan's our peer advisors for veteran education, or PAVE team leader. Great organization. He and many of his folks have probably already reached out to a number of you, but Dan, go ahead. Over to you.
Thanks, Ron. Yeah, I'm Dan. I'm the PAVE team leader. PAVE is the organization that just kind of tries to reach out to the incoming students just to help them with their transition into the university life. We don't want you guys going it alone. Don't want you to sink in the deep water. So we're kind of like the lifeline. We'll link you with all the resources that you're hearing today, because obviously not going to remember everything that you see or hear. So if you have any question at all, some of your PAVE advisors should have reached out to you by now, hopefully. If not, please send me an email and I'll give you the rundown of PAVE and everything we do. We just try to make it easier for you guys to transition into the life of university. And we'll show you around. We'll meet you up for coffee and give you a description of what life at the university is like. I don't want to take up much time either, because I know we're running out. We still got more people to go. So if you have any questions, please email me. I'm sure every one of you's probably received an email from me and probably received an email from your advisor. Just reach out to us. We're here to help you. Thank you, Ron.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dan. Our next presenters, this is a very, very important organization that we have here, student-led, our Disability Services Liaison, our DSL program, in our 4th year here at Syracuse University. We have 2 amazing student veterans that run the program for us here at the university, Laura Buys and John Gibson. Laura, I'm going to kick it over to you, and thanks for both you and John being here this evening.
Thanks, Ron. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Buys. I am one of the DSLs. As Ron mentioned, I am a Air Force veteran, student veteran as well. I got my bachelor's in women's and gender studies in 2019, and I'm set to graduate with a master's in social work in this spring. And I'll let John say hi real quick, our other DSL.
Hi, I'm John Gibson. I just finished my 4-year bachelor's in social work. Now I just switched over into the master's program. Yeah, so the disability resources can be extremely complicated. And so what we're here for is to kind of help you through that. You're not going to be here long, and you know it's important that you make the most of the time that you have. But I'm going to pass it over to Laura.
And I'll do my Tillman plug real quick. I was also selected as a 2020 Tillman Scholar. It's an incredible foundation that commemorates the legacy of Pat Tillman. It was started by his family, and the foundation is driven by leadership, scholarship, and service. And it's absolutely incredible. Joe Lynn helped me through the 7-month application process and went above and beyond. So please look into that, Tillman Scholar. So there are so many resources available to you that the DSLs can help with. There is a plethora of campus resources and accommodations. Most of these are done through the Center for Disability Services, and we're here to help you navigate this. There's academic support and tutoring, so if you need help preparing for an exam or any general assistance with note-taking, course reading or studying, they got your back, and they can also help you with these online classes. So that's a great resource. There's also an alternative format and adaptive technology. Classroom adjustments, a big one for this is additional test taking time. That's something we can absolutely get, as well as adaptive tables and chairs. Even if you just need to get up every once in a while because you have an injury from the military or like something similar to that situation, John and I can help you talk to your professor about that. We can help you with those situations where you're kind of unsure about. There's also mobility accommodations which are available to you, drop-off service, parking, and then additional transit time between classes. This is a big, hilly campus, and a lot of us have knee, leg, feet, back problems from the military, so you're not alone. It might take a little extra time, and that's really something very easy. Just sign on the dotted line and getting that paperwork set in so you don't have any issues in any of your classes. And service animal requests are also done through the CDR. Furthermore, John and I are both very well versed in off-campus and other wellness resources, which includes but is not limited to the Syracuse VA Medical Center, where many of you might be going to get your medical care in the future, the BHOC, the Behavioral Outpatient Clinic, the Vet Center. These are both great counseling resources. They do group and individual work. Clear Path for Veterans can help train service dogs there, where we can get together, celebrate community and holistic wellness. And then there is also the Legal Clinic, which spoke to you, and both of us are on vocational rehabilitation, John and myself, and are more than happy to discuss our experiences. So really, our program is in place because we don't want any person on the other side of the screen to ever feel alone or like they don't know what to do. Those are our direct lines on the first any problem, and everything that's discussed with myself or John is completely confidential.
Yes, no, and on top of that, like when it comes to your transition, you're really going to need to like be connected, get involved, as Charlie said, as Jen Pluta said, staying involved, that is going to be a huge factor into also letting everyone know where you are at any given time. Because me and Laura, we are there to be a resource to help you fix the problem before it becomes a larger issue. So just let us know.
Okay, hey, thank you so much, Laura, John. Amazing resource here on campus. If you need either John or Laura, as I said earlier, we will be sending out a resource guide. You can connect with them. Almost closing here at the end. Just 3 events that are popping up in September. The first one is on September 1st from noon to 1 p.m. You get the opportunity as student veterans to have a virtual discussion with Vice Chancellor Haney. You met him earlier. Vice Chancellor Haney is quite honestly, he's overseeing all of the COVID operations here at Syracuse University. So his time is really, really precious, if you will. But he affords so much of his time to the work that we're doing here on campus in the veteran space that we've got the opportunity to take an hour of his time here. So please, if you want to be part of that virtual discussion, RSVP to our email, vma@syr.edu. Each month, Vice Chancellor Haney hosts student veterans to a lunch. Typically, under normal circumstances, this would be at the Goldstein Faculty and Alumni Club. We'd sit down and have lunch and break bread and just discuss what's on your mind, get to know the Vice Chancellor, he gets to know you. This year, this is going to be a virtual session, but again, another way in which you can connect and network with the Vice Chancellor and have candid conversations with them of your observations on campus and vice versa. And then the last thing in September, at the very end of September, is on September 30th. Jennifer Pluta does this every year, and it's a very, very successful event. She has her Student Veteran Virtual Career and Internship Fair on September 30th from 4 to 7. You see the RSVP, RSVP to Jennifer. But these are 3 events that are kicking off here in September. I would also, to put a plug in for the Office of Veteran Military Affairs, OVMA, to follow us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or go to our website at veterans.syr.edu. You'll receive emails from us as well. Don't have those emails go to your spam. There is a lot of great information that gets shared via email or social media, depending on how you receive your information. We try to do our very best to get it to you. More importantly, we do scholarship announcements, that way as well. And then we let both our SVO and our PAVE members, both Charlie and Dan know about these events and opportunities, so they can get that out to you as well. So please take the time to follow us. Lauren, if you go to the next slide. I talked about the resource guide. If you were physically here and we were doing this in person at the NVRC, you would have this guide, but you could see there's the office that either presented tonight, or if they weren't here this evening, you can reach out to them, and then their email address. Go ahead to the next slide, Lauren. There's our PAVE folks and SIFs, etc. And go ahead to the next slide, Lauren. And then if you're looking for housing, or you need ID, an ID card. Hopefully you're not there. You're beyond that. But if you're not, and you're just arriving here, you've got that name and number, and then we've got parking and transit services. Lauren, if you can go to the last slide, which is questions. So, we always like to, in the military, as we like to train to standard, not to time. We did put an hour marker on this. I think we achieved the standard to be able to get this information to you. And again, just from an administrative perspective, this is recorded, so we will be sharing this on our social media sites as well as our website under videos. And then we're also going to send out these slides as well. So there's also, there are resources that are on here, but there are many more resources on campus. So, I would offer to everybody on here that if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to anyone that's on here, whether it's within the OVMA, myself and Lauren, or the OVS, or back to Scott, Jessica, and Austin in admissions. We'll get you connected to those resources. I just want to leave you with 2 bits of advice. I've been doing this. This is going into my 6th year here at Syracuse University after retiring on active duty in the Army after 33 years of service. And I think, 2 things that I just like to leave with everybody, and it's a piggyback off of what Jennifer and Charlie said. Number 1, I would ask all of you to stay connected and stay engaged. It's really important to do so. There's a lot of information that gets shared. There's a lot of opportunities that get shared. And our Chancellor and Vice Chancellor Haney has charged us with creating a sense of community here at Syracuse University. 3 out of the last 4 years, Military Times has voted Syracuse University the #1 4-year institution for a 4-year private institution in supporting veterans. We're ranked #1, the #1 private institution. So this just doesn't happen overnight. It's a host of people that are not only on this presentation tonight, in this session tonight, but there's a host of other people that are committed. It starts right at the Chancellor and his wife, and it works its way down to the lowest person that's here, assisting us. I mean, it's just an amazing, community that we have here. And the National Veterans Resource Center is your center. It's our center. And this is our community. So I ask that, you stay connected and engaged on whatever level that may be and where you see being the most comfortable. And the last thing that I would ask, and look, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier for life. And I got to tell you that, periodically I'm a little hard-headed, probably like the rest of us that are out there. Why? Because, we're not going to ask for help. I don't ask for help. The only time I ask for help is, when I'm trying to do something and I don't read the instructions, I'm putting something together and I have extra parts on the floor, I'm missing parts. My wife will ask me, hey, why didn't you ask for help? Or why didn't you look online? Or why didn't you read the instructions? That's just how we're wired. It's in our DNA. But here in higher education, this transition is not insurmountable. It really isn't. There's so many people that have gone before you, and they've been very, very successful. And I just ask that if you have any questions while you're in class, or you feel that you're having some challenges, whether it's in the classroom or out of the classroom with your transition, don't think that you're out there by yourself. Please ask for help. I just ask for you that you ask for help, because we're here to be able to provide that assistance. Thank you very much for attending this evening. Welcome to Syracuse University and the best place for veterans. Thank you, and everybody have a good evening.